Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You have reached in the kitchen with Little Mama. That's me. My name is Katrina. I am the founder and CEO of Little Mama Sweets and Treats. We're located here in Augusta, Georgia. You can find us on DoorDash, soon to be Uber Eats next week. Yay! And if you want to just come in person because you need to see, you need to feel, you need to smell, our storefront location is inside the VA hospital, downtown Augusta, 950 15th Street, downtown Augusta. We've got some announcements that's going to come up, some things we're going to be talking about, and okay. We're going some things we're going to be talking about, some things we're going to be doing. I'm getting ready for our exclusive dessert tasting this weekend. If you have not bought your ticket to this exclusive dessert tasting, I'm sorry, we're sold out. Yeah, we told you that was going to happen. All the seats are reserved right now, so that's it. That's it. I don't know what to. That's it. I tried to tell y'all. I tried to tell y'all. Don't wait till the last minute. So yeah, all the seats are sold out. All of them sold out. All of them sold out. So that means you got to wait for the next one. It will be either September 12th or 19th. I will what do you call it? Confirm that date before the end of this week. That it's going to be either September 19th or September the 12th. It's going to be based on what I got going on my calendar and of course some other things as well. So yeah, how about that? Our first dessert tasting sold out. Sold out, y'all. Sold out. You missed it. You should have. I don't know what to tell you. It's sold out. I even reopened it after I had closed it just to be sure that we didn't miss anybody. And yeah, they snapped up those last two seats super quick. Okay. Sold out. Sold out. So you can learn about it though. You can watch it, the replay, or not the replay, but you'll see some clips and pictures and things of that coming up. I don't have any other really big announcements and things that are coming up. We survived Masters Week and we're so glad about it. We've got some, our dessert tasting coming up this weekend. Um, you know, Mother's Day is coming up. So if you have, desserts that you want to get in touch for, get something for your mama or for yourself is good. For Mother's Day, then hey, get those orders in. Um, do what you got to do to make sure that you can handle what you get all the desserts you want. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Get all the desserts, get all of them, get all of them. There's a whole lot of good things happening here. And a little later, I'll tell you about where we were yesterday. Yesterday was a really cool experience, super cool experience. So we'll tell you about that a little later. But let's get started making some. Let's get started making some cookies because I need some chocolate chip cookies. Of course, we're going to put some in the oven. I've got some dough already made. We're going to put those in the oven. I've already made some oatmeal raisin cookies this morning, and those are cooling and getting ready to get packaged. We're also going to make some caramel plain because that seems to be what is selling super well at the coffee shop. So we're going to make some more those, of course. And if my Walmart and Sam's Club order that I ordered comes in really soon, then we'll make some mini sweet potato pies too. If not, those will get done tomorrow. I don't have anything else. We don't have a lot today. Make some more frosting, and like I said, I'm getting ready for this weekend. So I'm not going to tell you. I cannot tell you. I wish I could. I'm not going to tell you what's on the menu. Y'all get to be pleasantly surprised, and you're going to be doing some. And those of you who are coming, thank you so much for buying your tickets or reserving your seats ahead of time. Yeah, sold out, y'all. Y'all sold it. Y'all, I'm so excited. Y'all sold it out. We sold it out. We sold all the seats. Sold out. There's like not a seat left. We had a very limited amount of seats because I wanted this to be a very intimate experience and very exclusive. So it wasn't going to be like, okay, like have 1,000 people here and we get 1,000 opinions. Nah, that's not it. That's just we sold out. That's all I got to say. Okay. Our April challenge desserts I will be making next month. Give me a challenge. Challenge me. A dessert Find a dessert. Basically, it's kind of like Stump Little Mama. You're not going to be able to, but it's okay. We'll play along. A dessert that you think I can't make, or that you have not seen made. There are some parameters to this. Some boundaries, or what do you call it? Whatever to this. The thing is, I am not a pastry chef. Okay, so if you're going to ask me to make some of those really pretty Parisian pastries, it's not going to happen. It is not going to happen. I can make croissants, and I can probably pull off some puff pastry, but that's about it. That's the extent of what we got going on. Yeah, I am not a pastry chef like that. I am a homegrown, um, taught by the elders baker, which is different in some respects to a pastry chef. Okay. So if you're looking for me to make these things that you see on Instagram that look so pretty and they're so curated, first of all, you don't know how many times they had to make that to make it look like that. Start there. And then, of course, get the perfect shot and the perfect lighting and backdrops. And there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes to make your desserts look like that. And some of that's AI. Not all of it. Some of it is. But yeah, that's not me. Give me the recipes that you haven't seen in a while that maybe your mama and them used to make, that you haven't had since whoever, insert person, has made those desserts. Give it to me. And you haven't seen me make it before. And you haven't seen me make it before either. Or something that, off the top of your head, can you make a dessert that's like this, or tastes like this, or has these elements in it? Sure. Knock it out. We have three things on the list right now. I'm looking for more. Okay, so if you have some stuff out there, something in your head that you want me to try that you think might be a challenge for me, because like I said, I am looking for the challenge. Challenge. So give me the challenge. Um, Go ahead, shoot it to me. I've got zucchini cake, which is chocolate. They specifically said that they remember it being chocolate. Chocolate zucchini cake, a rutabaga cake, which would be different because I've not had a rutabaga cake before. I've had a rutabagas, but not a rutabaga cake. I'm like, that's different. Um, and lemon blueberry cornbread muffins. So the cornbread is these cornbread muffins will be sweet. And my husband tried to try my life. He even bought the cornmeal because I told myself I'm gonna do cornmeal. He says, ha, ha, we got it now. So yeah, this if you ever watch us, we're hilarious. But yeah, so those are the three things I've got on the list, and if that's it, then that is it. Yes,
Yep.
sir. Yes, sir.
You can't make it.
Who?
I said you can't make it.
Oh, he trying my life. He trying my life again, y'all. He trying my life. He said I can't make it. He about to get all the way embarrassed. Okay, because not only can I make it, I'm gonna make it so good you're gonna want to hurt yourself on it, okay?
Prove it. I want
Oh,
to
I
see.
will. Don't get it twisted. We're doing these next month. These are the desserts that we're doing next month. So I'm gathering my list so I have things so we can have, at least one each week. At least one each week. And the thing is, if I make it, for example, the rutabaga cake, I'm sending it to the person who gave me the idea or gave me the recipe or gave me that dessert to make. So that you can be the judge. Okay, we're going to try it, of course, but I want you to be the judge. This is something that you've had that you remember, and if it tastes as good as or better than what you remember, then hey, it's a win. It's a win-win, and you never know. You might see it on the menu. Never know. Never know. Okay, can I turn this caramel plain into a cake? No, because that's a caramel cake with chocolate chips in it. That's basically a caramel cake with chocolate chips in it. But you could, you could. Let me back that up. Back that up. You could, you could. We'll see. We'll see. I know Miss Hazel, you have a thing for cakes. Whatever it is, whatever cookie I make, can we make it into a cake? It's possible. I'm thinking about it now. That would be a challenge, and that's possible. So let's put it on the list, shall we? Yes, yes.
Miss Cheryl has entered the room.
You got her in the box because I see the little
Yeah.
she's showing us something.
Think she getting her
Okay.
life still.
Okay. So anyway, I got that the caramel ink plain cake, and we'll call it something different because we got a cookie named after that. So we'll call it something different. But yeah, I got you, Miss Cheryl. I mean Miss Hazel. I got you. I got you. And I'm looking forward to seeing y'all on Saturday. You don't know how excited I am to see y'all. Um, on Saturday. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. Babe, can you put up a commercial or something? Because there's some things I gotta find this list. It's driving me crazy. So can you do that while I look for this? I know where it is. I think I have an idea where it is. If I can't find it, then we'll just go to something else. Okay.
What is going on TikTok? It's your boy Ray, all the way from the South Side of the A. And as always, today is the day that the Lord has made, and we shall rejoice in it. Yes, we will. The time is now 22:12 or 10:12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this fantastic Friday. And I just wanted to come and say what's up. I might edit that first part out, but I might not. Anyway, but we are on treat number 5, which is of Little Mama Sweet and Treats, which is the Grandma's Southern Tea Cake. Now, I wanted to have like some tea or something with this, or some coffee, but like it's late at night. It's late at night, and I don't want no coffee. 1, 2. The only tea that I have is gonna put me to sleep. And please hold. All right, I'm back. So I made me some tea, because I thought about it. I have to be at work at 8 in the morning. And here I am making TikToks at 10 o'clock. Anyway, so here goes the cookie. Or the tea cake. I'll let you have first bite. I'm sure it's good. All right, let's go. Mom, go on. So biting into that made me realize that I have had a tea cake before. Oh, and compliment the tea. Ugh. Just like the name, honey. My God. My goodness. Like, I don't want to make a mess on my counter, but Little Mama, I thank you so much. I think I'm gonna be real honest. I think this is my favorite out of all of them. Now, as y'all can see, my reaction to all the other ones down. But this tea cake is so simple, but it's so. Oh my God! Like, it's so good, so simple. It's not too sweet, but it's sweet enough. It complements the tea, obviously, and has a nice amount of crunch on it. Like, but it pulls away so good from the cookie. Like, she did her big one. So, y'all, go over and blow my good friend, Little Mama, up. She does sell on TikTok Shop. She ships, and everything. So, with that being said, Little Mama, thank you once again for blessing me with the box of treats in Black History Month. But I had the opportunity to indulge in Melanated March. I love you. Continue to do what you're doing. Remember that God got you, baby. Remember that God has you, and you going there. I don't know what there is, but You know what there is. So I'm thankful that you're always being a blessing to me, and I'm ready to come down there and get in the kitchen with you, little mama. I love you. And with that being said, remember these three things, or four things rather. I love you, God love you, but you better love your damn self. But the most important part, mind the business that pay you. Peace out.
Good morning, my babies. So, we are on treat number, I forgot. I didn't make the other videos. But FYI, that sweet potato snickerdoodle, the Twix brownies, to die for. The Twix chocolate, the Twix cookie, and the chocolate chip cookie. Look, my son stole half of that cookie. So what I got left now is I have the Biscoff cinnamon roll and the sweet potato pie. Now I'm waiting on my ice cream so I can eat this. However, we're gonna have our tea cake. First, we got our tea. Okay. All right. Oh, it's blueberry. This might be the blueberry muffin. Oh, it smells good. Mm. First of all, wait a minute. The little hits of lemon. Oh my god. This is here, honey. Try this. Okay. So I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this with my cup of tea while he sits over here and makes a mess. Mm. Damn, should have took the seeds out of my damn lemon. And I'm gonna try not to eat my last two treats today. I'm trying to savor these, but I am about to order me another Tabernacle box because listen, it's still hitting. And the bad part is my son seeing the emblem on the side of the box, so he's like, next time he sees this, he's just gonna take the box in his room, and he's not gonna let me know it got here. They're trying to rob me from my ship before my city even get here. Listen. So little mama, you got to let me know when I make an order that you ship my order so I could be on the lookout before they rob me from my shit. All right. Deuces. But if y'all want y'all sweet treats, I'm going to tag in the bottom. Go find her. Go get you some sweet treats. Freshly made. And if y'all want to see her make them, every morning, 12 to 2, she's on live in the bakery making these sweet treats. Everything from scratch. Everything made by hand. Fresh. Never frozen unless she's shipping. She'll freeze it after it's done to ship it to you. But again, all products are fresh. Okay? I'm tagging her below. Get your sweet treats today. Okay. Deuces.
Ooh, okay. Family list. Family list. Yay! Family list. We're gonna work on one of those today. And yes. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna work on one of those today. I had to get the had to get the recipes. I was like, where did I put my list? But yeah, so we had to, sometimes we have issues and um,
Cheryl's on too. You should be able to hear you, Miss Cheryl.
okay, kind of, sort of.
I
No,
see.
I
Yeah, she
can't. She sounded like
might have to
wah
go back out
wah.
and come back in. Yeah, go
You
back out and
sounded
come back
like
in.
Charlie Brown's teacher. Sound like Charlie Brown's teacher. So yeah, shortcake cups. I don't want to do those. Though no, that'd be kind of cool. The wish I could tell y'all. So wish I could tell y'all. Um, there's a lot that's gonna be jumping off. I like these. Do I have
Camera.
graham cracker crumbs? Do I have graham cracker crumbs here? I might.
Hold on. We ain't doing that.
That's better. You're sounding good. Good, good, good.
Um, now I just gotta switch my camera around.
Oh, okay. I do
Cause right
not
now,
have graham cracker crumbs, or do I?
there we
Trying to
go.
think. I don't think I do. I think I used the last ones, but that's okay.
Sure. I got you on
Okay.
audio only right now.
I
Okay.
think I might want to oh, and crush pineapple, and I can crush the pineapple. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, I'm telling you, y'all. I get excited when I can make something and get a little creative in the lab, if you will. So yes, yes, yes. But let me finish putting these. Babe, I'm gonna be at the table for a second. Let me finish putting these in the oven, and then We'll throw some caramel plain cookies in the refrigerator. We'll make some of those and get those started, and then I've got cinnamon rolls because I got the dough. So we're gonna do that. Um, so yeah, we got a lot. We got a lot. We got a lot. Woo! Anyway, let me grab some gloves so we can do that.
Hmm.
So we're gonna put the folks at the coffee shop like the cherries on top of the um my husband puts things where I can't reach them. They like the cherries on top of the cinnamons. So I'm gonna throw cherries on top of these after we bake them. So, they got to do, for me, a couple of risings first, the dough does. And I've got dough sitting in there. And yes, Miss Cheryl, I did it again the other day. Made the dough, put it in a bread maker, got everything done, cleaned up the kitchen, forgot it was in the bread maker. Okay. And was like, really? This is what we doing, Katrina? Really?
At
Yeah, I heard a
least it
bunch of
doesn't
yelling.
rise and fall out.
I heard a bunch of yelling coming from the other room.
At least it doesn't rise and you come out and it's on the floor.
And it wasn't, no, the crazy part is it wasn't all over the floor. It rises and falls or whatever inside the bread maker. So it's
Okay.
contained, but it still wasn't, it had sat out all night. So I wasn't going to use it.
Right.
I wasn't, that was not going to happen. I wasn't going to use it. I ain't trying to kill nobody or unalive anybody just because,
Mhm.
I want to make some cinnamon rolls. Not that serious. So this is going to sit on top of my oven and double in size a little bit while I'm doing some other things. Make it do God. I said no, I said turn the timer off. Turn the timer off. You heard
I
everything.
followed directions, lady. You said turn everything off.
You said the time. I said the timer. I know what I said. Turn the timer. Anyway,
Oh, you didn't say that.
I would not tell you to turn my ovens off. Kill me.
You'll learn to be
So anyway,
merciful.
how's your morning going?
Morning is going well. Um,
I read your announcement.
oh, yeah, about that. About that. It was interesting. Um, I did have it was nice. First of all, yesterday was kind of warm and we're downtown Atlanta. So, Can I put more? What happened if I put more? Anyway, it was nice. The event was nice. The what do you call it? The hosts of the event were really cool. I didn't know what to expect. The person
Mm-hmm.
who made sure that I was there and told me to make sure that I was there. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and so basically, she invited us, and I was kind of like, okay. She said, you applied to do the other two competition. I said, yeah, but it wasn't working out for me as far as like timing and, where we're going to be and how to get down there and all that kind of good stuff. She said, that's cool. I want you to come do it again or, make sure you compete in April. I'm like, oh, that's fine. How about I applied or not applied, but I competed, right? I have no idea
Mm.
what I want. We
None?
just
Mm.
we learn stuff and I don't know what I'm winning. Like, who does
Okay.
that? Who
Well, that means I may not look. I was just trying to see, if I could get my usual.
does Yeah, you can get your $20. You can get your $20.
Okay. Oh, that's
So,
okay.
yeah. So she said, because she hit me up after the dinner. She says, yeah, so we'll be giving you, the winning, the prize pack or whatever. She says, do you know what you want? I said, no. I'm just here
Did,
because you told me to go. And she said, that is hilarious. How you gonna compete in something, not know what you want? Hey,
did she at least tell you?
Yeah, she said it was like a prize pack full of stuff, benefits, and all kind of good stuff. She said it was
there's
a whole bunch of
it's a lot of things that I don't have to pay for that's going to be very helpful. I remember reading about it, but didn't, yeah, in one ear, out the other. Um,
That's
yeah,
okay, though. That's okay. One side takes care of one side, the other side takes care of another side.
right, exactly.
And it
So I'm
and
gonna,
in the middle, you're being taken care of by all sides. So
right. That's right. That's right. That's exactly how it goes. I'm like, yeah, we travel all the way down there. I have no clue.
mm,
That's the funniest thing. But she was my friend's name is Jasmine. Jasmine was cracking up. I'm sure she got ticked. She laughed all the way home. Like this chick that came down here, rocked our world, won the competition, has no clue what she won. Did
mm-mm.
she even know? I said no, I didn't. And she said, oh yeah, and by the way, you get to go to the regional competitions. I'm like, yeah, I knew about that part.
Okay,
That's
that
what I wanted.
works.
Mainly more than anything else. It's kind of like so. This leads to the regional, right? And she's like, yeah. Duh. Like,
That
hey,
works. That
I'm just
works.
making sure, chick, because I don't. I'm the one that doesn't pay attention to what I'm supposed to be winning. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do, saying what I say, and it was cool to be. There was no pitch decks or anything like that. I'm waiting for my water to get one. There's no pitch decks or anything like that, so I couldn't use any props. It's just one of those. You got to know your stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
if you don't, of course, we practice, practice, practice so I can have it memorized and go from there. But yeah, it was that was funny to my husband and her. I was like, hey, laughing at me. Oh man.
And I was asking her, I was like, what's it? What's the prize? And she was like, I don't know. And then she won. We still didn't know.
Mm. She said, "I just want to be the winner."
Right. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle. Somebody understands me. Um, where is my I got another one. Oh, I guess I don't.
Mm.
These I just got some using this one. I thought I had another one. This one I had another one. Oh, I got the scissors out, so I must have enough. It'll be floating around here. I have enough yeast. It's not like I don't like have enough. So
I got a freezer full if you need some.
of yeast.
I have freezer. I buy the bags from that egg place,
Oh, okay.
the
Yeah,
online egg place,
yeah.
and
The
I buy the
amazing,
bags and keep it in.
pot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I, I buy that from
Also, we're
there.
gonna is this one? Yeah, okay, it's one. We're gonna ask you to like, share, and subscribe. Okay. So like, share, subscribe. If you want to be in the kitchen with me, like Miss Cheryl is, you're gonna want to do a couple of things. Like, share, subscribe on YouTube, and you're also gonna want to subscribe for real, like not playing. Subscribe on YouTube. That's how you can get the link to be part of the Cool Kids Club, if you will. Hang out with us here in the bakery. You can talk to me while I'm walking back and forth and doing what I do. Um,
Mm.
so doing what I do, and yeah. But if you're on TikTok, please do like and share and tap the screen and all the things, all the things. Oh, my syrup's outside. All the things on TikTok. We'd appreciate it greatly if you would do that. I don't know what else to tell you other than like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Where are my
And
cupcakes?
tap the screen.
Tap
Tap
the
that
screen.
screen.
If you're on TikTok, do please tap the screen, share the live out so that other people can see it. If you're on Facebook, share it. Let somebody know what you're watching. We are making right now. We're gonna make some caramel plain cookies. It was funny. I had enough. There weren't judges per se. It was audience that were the judges. The audience was the judges.
Okay.
So it wasn't they had questions and the audience had questions too. They had some good ones. So, if you're going to do this, how are you planning on doing X, Y, Z? A lot of good questions um, last night that came up. So, make you want to think. And there were a couple other businesses there that were also pitching, if you will. And
Mm-hmm.
that one is a young man that has a motivational type business to, what was it? Kind of like by any means necessary, but success by any means. That's what he called it. Success by any means.
Okay.
So kind of encouraging young people to so they can be successful. They can, no matter their upbringing, circumstances, you can, there's no reason why you can't be successful in life, and yada yada yada. Help you do it. You've got merch that keeps you reminded and all that kind of stuff. And he was like, "Yeah, I need to talk to you because yeah, I honestly don't know what I'm doing." He said, "No, no, 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 no. He said, no, 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 no. Please don't think that. Please don't think that." I said, "Because when I started, I didn't know what I was doing. I just got with some good coaches to make sure that I did learn, and I was open to learning, of course, from those
Mm.
coaches. So, and that's how we got to where we are right now.
All
You
right.
know, I step on the stage and it's like, who's gonna take second? Because I'm taking first.
Hey. You didn't go there to play.
Huh?
You didn't go there to play, to just
At
play.
all. At all. I think I was taking no prisoners last night because I felt super because it was a 2 minute pitch. And they didn't
Mm-hmm.
have a timer, so it was really kind of free flowing and lax. I was able to just basically talk about my business and make sure I hit all the points that I would have hit if I had a pitch deck. So, in your head,
Mm-hmm.
you're thinking, okay, you need to make sure you talk about this, talk about this, talk about this, and make it flow with the next one. And I did have my pitch memorized, but it wasn't exactly how I memorized it. I freestyled in a couple places. Sean's I still got to watch what he takes for me because I wanted him to tape it. I said, please tape it so I can look back and watch it, and then I can go back and say, yeah, you need to tighten that up, or nah, you did pretty good there,
Okay.
and go from there so we can improve for the next time. And of course, I'll be practicing between now and the next one. The next one is supposed to be on the 24th of this month.
Where?
They're going to be It's going to be in Atlanta. This one, when I make it to pass, this is also like a multi-step type deal.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Um, So when I make it past the first step, next to the second step, then it's really on. And I got with all, I mean, like basically beyond what's beyond your A game, your A plus game, your A plus plus game. I got to come with my A game, somebody else's A game, and somebody else's A game. So that's what we got going on there. People walking through my The parking lot send me every single time, y'all. Every single time they send me. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? And why are you walking through my parking lot? So, uh, True, I see you in the house, sir. Good to see you. Good to see you. Now, come up if you're able. I know that job responsibility and stuff. Um, so, you got new job responsibility.
I went to the doctor this morning for my knees because they were hurting. Made
Yeah.
the whole appointment to get these injections in my knees,
Okay.
which I like. The blue gel, it actually helps. I can walk up my stairs, no pain.
Oh,
I get there, they tell me, no, you weren't scheduled for, you're scheduled for appointment, but that's just to meet me, the new doctor. No, ma'am, I scheduled to get the knees. Anyway, I didn't get it done. The person didn't put it down right, so I didn't get it down. Then she made me take x-rays, which means you got to bend and stay. And by the time I left that place, my knees was cursing. I was about ready to curse.
you know, we want to get old, but sometimes our body does not want you to cooperate.
Mm-mm. Them knees is not. And now she tells me I have to wait till maybe 2 more weeks to get it done. I was not a happy camper.
Yeah, I can.
And she realized it, but she was new. But the one thing she did tell me is she's going to put me on collagen. And the collagen she's going to put me on is supposedly going to help my knees naturally.
No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. Um,
Mm,
how you doing? Good to see you. True. If you want to come up, I think you've already got the link. For those of you that my wonderful husband slash producer slash COO slash the one who called himself my handler. Um, if you got the link, you can come up. Carter, I need to know when the next podcast and passports and ballots podcast is, so we can announce that as well. Um, so I want to talk about something I saw on Swag's thing today. He
mm,
he's out walking every day and doing his what we call his thug dizzle to make sure
mm,
that he stays healthy or get healthier and have less um flare ups and things of that nature. He said that he was wondering why his blood pressure was going like crazy after the drug he had his coffee or whatnot, and he looked on the label, which is why he does what he does with his flavor flex. He looked on the label of his creamer, and it
mm,
had so much sodium and sugar and other stuff in there that was what was spiking his blood pressure. So he said he threw it all out.
mm,
He threw it all out. Okay, so and I'm not mad at him about that. I don't have those issues, but I noticed same thing for me because I'm wondering why when I drink this or eat this, for some of us, we can have what they call the vasovagal symptoms, hot flashes. Sometimes they're hot
mm,
flashes. For me, and somebody clued me into this. Another lady clued me into this. She says, "When do you?" She says, "Notice, pay attention to when you have your hot flashes. If it's not just like at night or just like some random middle of the day thing. Pay attention to what you're eating when a hot flash happens later." So I noticed that after coffee, certain coffees, not every coffee, certain coffees, I'll have, for example, I can say when I have Starbucks, I can count on having a hot flash. I can count, I can pretty much time it. So I stopped drinking Starbucks. I stopped having hot flashes like that. Go figure.
wow.
I still have the ones at night. That's,
Mm. I've
because
never had one.
Carter's in the room.
that's a good thing
I've,
to show because they are of the devil. They are
I
absolutely
I asked if something was wrong with me because I had never
no.
had one.
And I went to my doctor. It's crazy because I went to my doctor because he prescribed me hormones and stuff. And for some women that works. For me, not so much. It
Mm-hmm.
helps, mood swings. I guess I don't know. Ask my husband. Um, but it didn't really alleviate my hot flashes quite so much. But I noticed. But I told him I said I noticed that when I have carbs. Like I have a lot of sugar. It's aside from dumping syndrome. If I have carbs, whatever, I could almost count on my hot flashes. I'm not paying attention. And my whole thing was saying that Swag was paying attention to what he's eating, what he's putting in his body, and how that makes his body react. So for some
Mm-hmm.
people, you really have to, for some people, you can alleviate a lot of things. I'm not just talking about losing weight and all that kind of stuff, because for women especially, doctors will tell you you're anxious or you're fat. That's the whole problem. You're anxious or you're fat. Anxious, depressed, or fat. One of those three, okay? And that's not always the case. That's not always the case. So we see a lot of people going towards the natural route of healing, because
Mm-hmm.
your body will tell you, if you pay attention, your body will tell you what you're doing wrong, if you will, that you can kind of correct and then say, hey, if I don't do this, then I feel like this. And I know it's for me, I gave up. Like I don't eat a lot of bread and stuff anymore. Yes, I still want my fried bologna sandwich every now and again, peanut butter. Every now and again, I just want a sandwich. So like 2 pieces of bread, give me a sandwich, okay? But I also know that if I eat that, I'm gonna have issues later. I suck it up because I know what I
Mm.
want. But that's not something. But I know the difference is I know. You know what I
Can I
mean?
ask you a question?
Sure.
Is that because it's store-bought bread? And would you have the same reaction with homemade bread?
Yeah, it's carbs. Period for me.
Okay. Okay.
For, for me, it's carbs, period, because I eat my own stuff. Listen, I have
Mm-hmm.
two cookies and still have a hot flash.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I understand. All I know is
So,
sometimes some people react to the additives that are in the
mhm.
stuff that we get from the stores, and when you make it homemade, they don't do it as badly.
Now with that, it's not as bad. I'm not like, okay, oh my God, trying to come out of all my clothes and turn on the air to, like to frigid and being under the fan and all that kind of stuff like I was before.
Mm-hmm.
Before it was bad. I'm sweating at night, when I
Mm-hmm.
have the night when they happen at night, because I want to have chips at night. Just pray for
Mm-hmm.
me. I have a thing about something crunchy before I go to bed.
Are
So
you?
I want to have chips or crackers or something. If I ate crackers, because like Ritz crackers have all the nice little additives and stuff, Ritz crackers, right?
Mm-hmm.
I knew I was gonna. I pay attention. Yeah, I'm gonna have a hot flash. Yeah, I'm gonna want to throw all these covers off of me, turn the air up super high, freeze Sean out, turn the ceiling fan on, turn the side fan on, because I am hot, and I only
Mm-hmm.
last about 2 minutes,
I
and
got
then
a
I'm
girlfriend like that. She would go outside in the summer. Well, all summer. I mean, not all summer. All winter, she wore summer clothes. Cause when she has her like bed clothes, cause when she had her hot flashes, she would go outside with the shorts and the tank top on just to cool off.
listen. I can understand. I totally understand. Mine have never been quite that bad, but I understand. It's like if you've ever had a fever, it's
Mm-hmm.
having a fever without being sick, and your fever is like 105.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
It's like you're
Don't
hot
want it.
and you're hot and you're sweating. So it's like you're hot being hot outside and you're hot inside, but you're not outside. And it comes from the inside, so you're hot. And you just want to get cool. And you're trying to figure out how to get cool without, being naked in public. You're trying to figure
I,
that out. But
I hear you. I hear you. I just never had it. I just went, and I asked if something was wrong. They were like, no, some people don't get it.
right, that's about the only way that I can describe it is, you're trying to figure out how to not be naked in public, because they have laws against that. And some people don't need to be naked in public. Okay, let's
In
go
some
ahead.
places, they have laws against it. I've seen some places that have a little parade at night.
Right. Well, and here in Georgia, there's laws against it. Okay,
I
so
remember I'm from New York, so.
right. So here in Georgia, there's laws against doing those types of things. They don't want to see all your parts. They don't want to see your bits and
Mm.
pieces at
I
all.
don't want to see all
Um,
your parts, no matter what state I'm in.
right.
Put something on.
So it's that, but I have learned how to control them minus medication, so
Mm-hmm.
that I don't experience them too often. And I know that if whatever I'm eating, sometimes it's going to
Mm-hmm.
cause it'll cause it, but then I'm expecting it, if you will. Then it's not so bad, I guess, when I'm expecting it.
You said
Anyway,
what you
hey,
eating? What you
so
eating
you
is
said
like
something
them
in the
lime
room.
chips, like your lime
Yeah,
chips.
Lime chips,
Carter's
oh
in the
my
room.
god.
Yeah, she muted
Yeah.
herself.
Now the crazy part is the lime chips because of corn chips.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that issue. But let me have some Lay's because my latest addiction is Lay's
Mm-mm.
all the way dressed or something like that. It's got everything in it. They're so good.
I
Eat
have to
those,
find
yeah,
them.
I'm gonna have issue. Sauce at the top of my head, it comes down. Yeah, this for me it starts like in the middle and goes out. You know, it's like, okay, we're hot. Oh yeah, we are hot. Yes. And then I'm sweating and all that kind of good stuff. True, are you gonna come in and give us some announcements, sir?
I don't see him over here unless he's over there.
Yeah, he's in TikTok. I sent him the link again.
Okay.
Mm.
We're on all three today, sir. All dressed. Yes. Listen, I tried those on a whim and was like, oh, yes, yes, yes. We are doing the same thing. Yes, yes, yes. So we go, we travel to Atlanta. I gotta have my chips. Um, Sean's thing is either sun chips or those popcorners. Not popcorners. Is it popcorners? Anyway, it's the popcorn. Now those I eat too, and no problem. So corn-based products are fine. It's the flour or potato based. Where did that fly come from? That I have issues with. So yeah. So we're making another set of cinnamon rolls. Gonna go on the bread maker. I'm not gonna forget about this one because I need these.
Mm-mm.
I need these. These are gonna go. These are gonna be part of what the people get to take home on Saturday. So I know that
Oh,
those of
okay.
you that are coming on Saturday are gonna be like, oh, it's about to go down. Yes, it is.
I'm jealous.
Carter must have got busy. She dropped out.
Oh, okay.
I'm jealous.
Don't be jelly. You can come to September 1, either 12th. I'm waiting on Mike to tell me 12th or the 19th so that y'all can,
Yeah.
plan accordingly. I'm trying to, be mindful of those that want to come and they're out of town, what their schedule is. It's not that, people are like, why are you doing something according to somebody else's schedule? Because I like y'all, first of all. Let's start there. And
Right.
because you all support me so much, why can't I be, at least a little bit cognizant of, trying to make sure that if you want to be, if you can be here, you can be here. All things travel related. I'm gonna tell you now. If you need to work on airline tickets, hotels, and things of that nature, please see Carter if you travel. She will be the one. Let me grab my thing.
Oh, I know. She's doing our cruise and we're planning to have a ball with them.
Yeah, she will be the one that will get you. Um, yeah, they are better, Miss Hazel, than the all dressed potato skin. Listen, that all dressed them potato chips right there with with some sweet tea. Oh yeah, sweet tea does it for me too. I already know when I have sweet tea. I mean, it's a hot flash is coming, so that's why I get half sweet tea, half unsweetened tea most of the time. And if I have too much sugar at one time, it's dumping and a hot flash. It's just not a good day. You know what I mean?
Hubby makes my sweet tea for me.
Okay. I like it when it's made like brewed, and then you add the sugar and stuff while everything's still hot, and because some
Mm-hmm.
of us, if you go up north, or actually if you go west of the Mississippi and north of the Mason Dixon line, you're the sweet tea that what they call sweet tea is going to be Lipton raspberry.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Or they will have the nerve to hand you some sugar to go with your
Mm-mm.
unsweetened tea that they have served you.
No, that's not
No,
sweet tea. It's got to be
that is
prepared and set in the refrigerator and all of that.
right. That is not
That's
for those of you that are watching me from other states. Sweet
mm,
tea is a delicacy in the South. The closest you're going to get to it is if you have a Whataburger or a Chick-fil-A in your area.
mm-hmm.
If you got a Chick-fil-A in the area, you got some decent sweet tea, okay? Because they're going to be. But I'm going to tell you right now, if I go into a restaurant and I ask, do you have sweet tea? And you tell me, oh, we need this sugar on the table. I'm excited.
Mm-mm.
I'm definitely excited.
Mhm.
Oh, let's put these in the oven.
Amen. Thank me.
Okay, so I was supposed to make a video of the box, but I already ate we already ate the white chocolate macadamia nut cookie, the Twix cookie, and the sweet potato pie. But what we got left is the sweet potato cinnamon roll, some icing, and the old fashioned pound cake. Ooh, feels very airy. But this is what I got left out of it. Everything else was delicious. Because we kind of ate it already before I remembered to record. Thank you, little mama. It was good. I'll try the rest of this later.
That is super cool. Um, so that's going. We're putting the flour so we can um get this started for our caramel eggplant cookies. 2, 3. Somebody asked me, and I got to figure out how to do it now. 4. Um, basically, we did cookies like Otis Spunkmeyer, where we bake the dough, here or at our, undisclosed location. If we did it like that and we shipped it, what equipment would they need to bake it? And I had to, restate the question to make sure I understood. That was the first time I've been asked that. So if you ship it like that and we want to bake it, like at our location, like how you can go places and Otis Spunkmeyer is a good example of how that's done. They ship the dough to all these different
Mm-hmm.
places. You got a cool little oven. All it is a toaster
Okay.
oven. All it is a toaster oven. Okay, everybody, you can go to Walmart and buy a toaster oven, right? So they got
Mm-hmm.
but it's branded with their logo and stuff on it. Makes it seem like it's so special, so important. Um, but the I said all you need is I said we bake just like your mama and them did. So from a toaster oven to a full size oven, you don't need a specific bakery convection oven to make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Now we'll give you specific instructions based on because we'll test it and we'll give you instructions based on what you have. You have a toaster oven, maybe you have a small cafe and you just want to have some of our cookies there. Cool. You can, you have a small toaster oven and you can, at 6 at a time you can do or 6, 12, whatever at a time you make it like that. Most of those toaster ovens are like 6 at a time. That's where you can get some good ones. Or if you have a full size oven, or a bakery full size oven, you can do more. And he was like, yeah. I said, now if you're asking me what I need to make, are you asking for my wish list?
Hey, that's a way to give him a question.
Because I don't want to assume that, and nor do I want to block any blessings, okay? Because if somebody wants to buy me my wish list, I am going to let you. Speaking of wish list, I do have an Amazon list. I haven't published it yet, but I will. As
Mm,
soon as I finish
I,
getting it on there,
I got some wishes of my own.
and give me a second for this. And we're gonna start. Give me a second for this. I want to make sure that I got all the purple pieces. Mix it over. I know you're always big favorite, and not that you ever had glad that your husband has a condition or whatever, but she's glad that she doesn't have to share.
Mm,
Yeah, we used to do this the sunbrew too, Miss Hazel. We sure did. We used to do the sunbrew tea. That was a thing in California. Put it out there and let the sun brew the tea. Let the sun brew it.
Absolutely.
And then it would be sweet because you added the sugar or whatnot to it. So that
Mm-hmm.
that was pretty cool. But that was the only way we was gonna get some sweet tea until Chick-fil-A came and then people understood those of us that had lived in the South or had family this way or they understood. Oh, that's what
Years
you
ago,
mean.
there was a one of those restaurants in North Carolina that used to make sweet tea. I'm trying to think of the name because they also used to make barbecue. I think it was Little Mint, and their sweet tea was really good.
Yeah, now, like I said, now for those of us who are sweet tea connoisseurs, all sweet tea is not made the same.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
All sweet tea is not made the same. All sweet tea is not alike, in that respect. So if y'all would be ever so kind as to like and share, like, share, and subscribe, but definitely tap the screen if you're on TikTok. Share the live. I'd appreciate it. Greatly, to those that don't know that maybe we on all three, four platforms. We're four. He said my husband keeps telling me we're podcasting. I'm like, where's the podcast? We're live on our website too. So if maybe you don't want to have TikTok, maybe you don't want to have uh Instagram or Facebook. What is this and why are you a whole one? Maybe you don't want to have Facebook. That's fine. We're on our website. You can watch us on our website, which I think is super cool. I had a whole piece of caramel in there. I'm trying to figure out why is it like that? Why are you doing that? That would have melted and been a big mess. For some reason, that one didn't get. I met a lady yesterday at this event that she does real estate, and
What?
I met a lady yesterday at this event that I was at that does real estate. She's been doing it for a little while now. She came to Georgia. Basically, her job moved her from Louisiana years ago to Georgia. She was funny. She said, I told us that's how we got back to Georgia. Basically, my job, moved us because she asked us how we got to Augusta. I said my job moved us there when I was working for the government. And she said, I totally understand. I was working for the phone company. I just asked them where I need to get my check at. My check is in Atlanta. That's no problem. I can be in Atlanta.
Hey,
I am wherever my check is. Thank you very much.
I ain't mad at her. I
But
totally
she
understand.
gave a lot of good like nuggets and tips and stuff. And there was a lady there also who was part of this organization. Was it the Community Coalition? Community Coalition,
Mm-hmm.
I think is the name of the organization. Um, Anyway, she said, I'm just gonna keep it real because Atlanta and the gentleman that was like over it, he's like the head of the organization, if you will. He's like, Atlanta's not a real place, y'all. Everybody's here is fake until they make it. That it's not a real place. He said he was sitting down watching. He was at the bar one time and he was talking to a gentleman who had like four restaurants. He owned like a Caucasian person who owned like four restaurants. And he asked him, so how did you get started with your first one? He said, well, I just asked. I pitched my idea to a friend or a family member, and they gave me $1.1 million to open my first restaurant.
Ain't
Sir,
that how you do that?
right? And he said he was so discouraged at that moment because he realized, yeah, I ain't got it like that.
Hmm. If we
He said
all
that's
had
why
it
we're like,
like that.
Atlanta's not a real place. Who does that? So, well,
Mhm.
then he basically came to himself and realized, okay, that might not be my reality or my, how we get started, but it can still be done. It can still be done.
Mhm.
So he gave some good words of encouragement and things of that nature to the people that were there. But the lady that was there said, because Atlanta's not a real place, and y'all don't believe that, people just do whatever here. She says, listen, I own five homes, but one of these jokers is in foreclosure right now. And if I could paraphrase a little bit, she's at the point where she's almost at the point where she don't care. Things
But she
fall through.
owns five.
Yeah, she owns five, and she says
Why do
that's
you?
five. Well, investment property.
Okay.
She goes, that it's just, and I'm in the middle of a renovation on probably a different property. And she goes, that's five mortgages, that's five, utility bills, that's five gas bills. And she says it
Mm.
just slipped through the cracks. I'm not, she says, that's my reality right now. That's where I'm at right now. But I'm not tripping. She says, the thing about success, especially with small businesses, is two things can get equal. You could be drowning, yet thriving.
Mm-hmm.
My reality, she says, when I actually just went to some event that Byron Allen was in, and he said he let, before he became this, media mogul that he is now, he says, this house went into foreclosure 5 times. She says, okay, I feel better.
Oh, okay.
Just knowing
Hey,
that,
it
look, if that
happens.
was part of your journey, part of your story, and this is where you are now, I'm okay. It's okay. I don't have to be ashamed of, where I'm at, basically.
Right.
I'm like, that's
Right.
great.
Sometimes when you do the struggle, you just get stronger. That's what happens.
Yep, yep. And I said, yeah,
You,
'cause, if you've been with me long enough, we've opened the store and closed the store. All right, and we wasn't in a big hurry to get another storefront.
I
Um,
was with you.
this particular one that we're at now, kind of fell in our lap. It just, I'm like, we were both kind of like, oh, I'm not looking for another storefront. I'm good. We'll travel with the food truck, and do what we got to do, and make it happen. And this one fell in our lap, and it's been good for us. Has it been totally good the whole time? No, but we're still successful, considered successful. You know what I mean? So,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, you could be drowning and thriving. Two things can be equal at the same
Mm-hmm.
time. So she was saying, hey, just don't, negate the fact that just because you're struggling right now doesn't mean that's, where it's always going to be. And Atlanta's not a real place, so don't get caught up in, what you think you see, because they're only showing you, hey, of course, they're only showing you the parts. And I tell y'all that all the time. Only showing you the
Mm-hmm.
parts they want you to see. My social media feed looks absolutely marvelous. Makes it look like we are just doing the dang thing all the time. You don't see the parts where I'm up late at night trying to figure out how we don't make payroll.
Right.
Okay. You don't
How
see
to
the parts
rob
where
Peter. How to rob
right,
Peter to pay Paul.
right. And trying to figure out why Paul let me rob Peter. Okay. So you don't see those parts. You don't see the parts where I've got to deal with hiring yet again, or employees that don't want to come to work, or supply issues because the commander in chief decides he wants to have, he wants to be mad at certain other countries because he can't. Those are the parts you don't see. And I was talking to a founder yesterday, and they have a clothing line, and they're doing everything in house now, which is interesting considering his clothing line. I'm like, oh, gosh, y'all doing everything in house, because Terry
Mm,
was eating his butt up. He said,
mm,
I can't. We couldn't afford it. It went from, he said, I didn't want to have to go up on our how much our leisure wear, or I want to call it urban wear. That's not right. Uh, Basically, they got sweatsuits and things of that nature, t-shirts and all that kind of stuff. And he says, I didn't want to have to go up on the price, but I had to because I was being charged crazy. Like, well, you got to do what you got to do
yeah.
to make it work.
Sometimes if you don't have no milk, you gotta add a little water. I don't know, whatever way that makes it work.
Right, right. So and then he says now they're doing everything in house because they can't afford to send to have stuff drop shipped or whatever. Because I asked him how are you getting your stuff, and he's like, they do everything in house now.
Okay.
Okay, so these are done. Yay! 2, 3.5 dozen. These will get baked a little later. Okay. Um, I'm gonna go play with my dough. Go grab the dough out of the other room and see what we got going on. I'll be right back.
Mm, mm, mm.
What's going on TikTok? It's your boy Ray, all the way from the south side of the A, and as always, today is the day that the Lord has made, and we shall rejoice in it. Yes, we will. So the time is now 20:04 or 8:04 Eastern Standard Time, and we have another treat by Little Mama Sweet and Treats. So we're dubbing me tasting this in melanated March, right? So we have the sweet potato pie. Oh my god! So it has been in my book bag, so it's a little, you know, crunched up. And I'm at work right now, so I'm gonna do this. This is gonna be real quick. So here we go. Y'all ready? My god, that's it. That's all. It's delicious. It's wonderful. And my carrier just came back, so I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
That one is always funny. He's like, yeah, okay, gotta go. See you. It's been
He's
real.
crazy. I love his sense of
Yeah,
humor.
see you. Gotta go. Got things to do. Um, so now we're gonna do some. What time is it? 12? Okay. We're gonna play with our they'll change the recipe a tiny bit for
Uh
a cinnamon roll. I want to see. I'm experimenting. With some groceries. Experimenting to see how it comes out. Instead of using milk, I'm using heavy cream
oh.
inside the dough. So we'll
Mmm.
see how that comes out. It should make the dough, if it's like I think it will do, which I'm pretty sure, it should make it so that the dough is nice and fluffy and
So
if
clear.
it yeah, so it won't be dry. 'Cause sometimes
Mm-hmm.
cinnamon rolls are dry. And then they tell you you can put heavy cream over them before you bake it. But I wondered what would
Mm-hmm.
happen if you put it in the dough itself, so you wouldn't have to have that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I do
So,
the before you bake it.
huh?
I do the heavy cream before you bake it.
Yeah. So I
Just,
know we do that too, but I was like, okay, we're kind of out of milk, but we got heavy cream, so we got to
mm-hmm.
do some experimentations. Some
Mm-hmm.
experimentations. Like my
And
husband says, amp up some groceries.
and let me know how it works.
I shall. I shall.
Mm. How's little nephew?
He's
I,
good. He's
has he
good.
asked for sweet potatoes lately?
No, but he keeps looking at me waiting for me to bring something sweet in the house. I'm like, sir,
That was Jay in the room.
who?
Hey guys,
Hey,
how you doing?
how are you? All right, how are you?
Blessed and vertical.
All right now.
Blessed and
All
vertical.
right.
Trying to get some spring cleaning done.
Yeah, they did
Mm.
that at my house too. Because I looked at them, I'm like, y'all was out all week. Why ain't my house clean? Okay, I didn't come in like that. I wanted because my kids know every spring break, I give them a list, and that's when we got we took the curtains down. They got the cobwebs out of the high part. The parts that don't already look at, but they're
Wash the
way up there.
wash
And
the
we have some
blinds.
high ceilings and windows at the house we live in California. I would give them a list.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you got a list you got until you have all week to get done. If you get it all done in one day, then I leave you alone for the rest of the week. You can go hang out with your friends or whatever. But if you wait till the last minute to get it done, it's going to get done. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it's up to you how long you want to take to do it. And my eldest now says, Mom, you literally have the back of me in the ceilings. I said, I did. Yeah, I did. I'm going to say, no, I didn't. Yeah, yeah, I did.
Mm. You should see my closet. It's a mess. To taking
Yeah,
down the winter stuff, putting up the spring and summer stuff. It's a mess.
I got an attic above in our office, which is above our garage, that I
Mm-hmm.
want to I need to go through. It's got a lot of my parents' things in it that I got from the house, we cleaned out. Well, when I cleaned out the house the best I could when I moved my mom here. There are things that
Mm-hmm.
you know, my there are things that my kids wanted, you know, from the house. They knew mama wasn't gonna use it anymore. And she wasn't in the mindset at that point anyway to tell me, you know, no, I don't want this or yes, I do want this. Um
Mm-hmm.
things like my daughter wanted her china set because, you know, you just don't get that anymore. So my mother
Mm-hmm.
paid thing of it is, Mr. My mama had like 4 complete China sets. I don't know what this woman had with fascinating China,
I
but
find that older people than me, because I'm not exactly a young bird, but older people than me all have multiple Chinese, the China sets.
yeah,
Multiple.
I couldn't. So I asked my daughter. I said, "Listen, Mama's got like 4 sets." She said, "Just one." Yeah, okay. Just like
Mm-hmm.
if there's a complete set, you know, with the serving dishes and all of
Mm-hmm.
that. Just one. I said, "You want the silver or gold serving, you know, utensils and stuff too?" She said, "Yeah, you know, it's again, if it's complete." So there's stuff like that. My mom had, of course, my mom was a teacher, so she had
Mm-hmm.
a gazillion books. If nothing else, you were going to know how to read at my mama's house. Okay,
Amen.
so my kids know to how to look up things and how to read, and they have good reading comprehension too. Um, so she was like, so we got books that I didn't want to throw away. We've got um some other, you know, knickknack stuff that I didn't want to get rid of. Some of the stuff that my dad brought back from Saudi because
Mm-hmm.
he was stationed. He went TDY to Saudi Arabia a few times while he was in the military. This was post
Mm-hmm.
Vietnam, so you know they were trying to the U.S. trying to do whatever they wanted to do over there. So he brought back a lot of stuff that you can only get over there. So there's things like that
Mm-hmm.
that I don't necessarily want to like give away or sell or anything like that, but I need to go through it. Some of that stuff I don't need, like the books. I want to give to a library or
Or
you know some kind of
school.
spot that they can use them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and some other stuff I just need to go through it and see because there's stuff I you know like I said I wanted, but now I'm looking at it like do I really want this stuff or was
Mm-mm.
that having a moment?
I mean, they had several like dish sets. Then they had several tea sets. And I even got when I first got to New York, pretty much, there was a girl across the street from us. She was going, her and her mom was gonna move. And they had these green cups. They're what do you call those? Uh the stamps they used to get from the gas station. And they called them the welfare green cups or whatever they were called.
Uh-huh.
You're still on
But
LJ. Just want to let you know
they
that I can hear you.
they they I find out that they kind of got some value to them because she was going to throw them away, and I was like, "Oh, those are pretty. Can I have them?" I just wanted to play with them. But when I got them, my mother said, "No, we're gonna put that up. Those are worth something." And now I look and I got the green and the red cups, and the red cups are worth more. The red set is worth more.
Yeah,
So,
my aunt used to have those green, you know, collect all that stuff back in the day.
mm-hmm,
I'm sure my one of my cousins probably has um, something along those lines for you know that they got from you know this when they cleaned out her house. You know, she passed away.
mm-hmm.
So you know, it's one of those. Where I had to, you know, I had to consider, and I was, you know, do I really just want it, or was I having a moment?
I know
Trying to
how
let
it
So some
can
of
Latrice know
it
be.
we can still hear her.
say what?
Trying to let Latrice know that we can still hear her. I just have her camera off right now while she's moving around.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
here.
we can hear you, girl. But don't cuss nobody out. We can hear you.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So,
I'm like, I'm talking to you guys and working around the house at the same time.
it's
mm,
okay. That's what we do here, right?
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get laundry done.
You can do my well, I would say you can do my laundry, but my husband does a pretty good job to make sure the laundry stays done.
See, Papa, I think I found the older version of you. He is so helpful around the house, and I
It's
do
one of those things.
dearly appreciate it.
as my brother
Listen,
Daryl.
I
Yeah.
have no complaints. I
No,
really appreciate it.
neither
Because,
do I.
back when he was over the road, I was the one doing everything as far as housework, of course, me and kids, because I wasn't going to have my children sit there and let me do everything. Um,
Mm-hmm.
that, and they asked me one time, Mama, did you have kids just so you didn't have to make your housework? I said, pretty much,
No, but I used to love to hear them say, "I don't want to wash dishes." I said, "Okay, don't eat tonight,
right.
because if you don't want to wash the dish, then don't dirty one up." But I'm hungry. Okay, then that means that we paid for the food. You pay for your plate by washing dishes. Don't want to
Yep,
wash dishes? Don't eat.
that part. That part. So,
My thing, I used to have to.
but they all thank me, of course, now. They're not going to tell it to me to my face, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
but they all thank us now because they know how to keep a house. They know how to keep a house clean. In fact, my youngest, if I really want to, keep it up, my youngest cleans house better than I do. He is
Mm.
the he is the neat freak. Okay,
Can
he
I
cannot stand, absolutely cannot stand a dirty house. He
can
can't
I
do
borrow can I borrow him for a minute?
Um, he if he comes by and it's been a minute since maybe I've been able to get to the floors done like he likes them done or whatever, he will. I
Mm-hmm.
can tell when he's been at my house and I'm not there because it's not that you see the marks in the from the vacuum cleaner, but I can just tell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yep, fair cleaned up for us. Yep,
We
yep,
named him
fair cleaned
right.
up. Huh?
Sean, so we named him right. That's Sean the second.
Yeah,
All right. The one thing I find about like my son, he called me one day. He said, "Mom, I am so grateful you taught me how to cook. And I've enjoyed watching you cook and I enjoyed you teaching me to cook because now I don't have to depend on nobody."
that's it.
Mhm.
And that was my main thing. Our job as parents is to
Mm-hmm.
prepare our children to live without us. Be productive.
Mm-hmm.
We probably being productive members of society, but the job is to, hey, grow up and do something so that you don't need me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's nice to be needed and nice to be wanted, but I'm not raising no children. We at the time we weren't raising any children that would depend on us forever. There's a difference between coming to your parents for advice or because you're in need, and then
Mm-hmm.
from that to y'all can't do nothing for yourself because I've enabled you to the point where you have to have me help you. Yeah.
Right. Right. I mean, the oldest girl fought tooth and nail. She don't want to clean, she didn't want to cook, but she had to do what she had to do.
Right.
I had one used to tell her wash the dishes. She said, "Okay, I gotta go to the bathroom first." And you look half an hour later, 45 minutes later, she's still in the bathroom.
Who that
So,
sound like that?
mm,
Right.
I got a niece like that, and her sisters call her out all the time.
mm-hmm.
It's like, isn't mine supposed to be helping you? And they're like, she in the bathroom.
And the youngest one cooks, and everybody tells her her food is great. She won't cook for me. He said, "Mom, my food don't taste like yours." That's okay. I've tasted other people's food that don't taste like mine, but it still tastes good. She will not cook for me. As a matter of fact, I'm going to see baby girl this weekend. I go to her house. I go to her house and I cook for everybody. That's my way of giving her a piece of me again.
Uh-huh. That's it. Okay, so let's cover these up, and hopefully they will rise like I want them to rise.
They're gonna do good. They look good sitting there.
Hopefully they will do because again, we did a little different,
I mean that.
so we will see. We will see.
I think Latrice was on a phone call, or she phone calling or fell off. One of the two. Your screen's black
Oh,
right now.
okay, find it. I've got
Just
cookies
let you know in
in,
case you
in
go to
the
ask
other
her a
room.
question, she ain't there.
Smelling up the place. These cookies smell so good. Let me put these
Hey,
in here.
Dorian.
Oh,
there is a drumline competition this weekend here in Augusta. It's on Saturday as well.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, there's a it's so cool. They do it every year, every April. It's not always the same date. I think it's like the third weekend in April or something like that. Second or third weekend in April. Anyway, um, the first time they're the couple that has the organization called Creative to Play, and they take young kids. You can be male or female, doesn't matter. And it's not related or not affiliated with any one school. But if you want your child to learn how to play, um, on a drum line type deal, and have some camaraderie and
Okay, wait a minute.
basically learn how to do life a little bit, that's what they do with these kids. So I've been following them for a long time, and they the first time I wanted to sponsor, be one of the sponsors of their drumline competition, because they bring colleges, high schools, and other community drumlines. They all come to Augusta. So right now they got about 15. I think it's about 15 different drum lines that are coming to Augusta this weekend to compete. It's a competition drum to compete. So it's gonna be really cool. Anyway, I made the banana pudding cake for them one year. It's about 3 years ago now. 3 years, because this is the year 4. Yes, so about 3 years ago. I made banana pudding cake and I couldn't make it. I already had it sliced up and ready to go. For whatever reason, I couldn't make
Oh,
it
what
through.
happened here?
I think what they did is, I remember that first year they had it on one date and they had to change the date, and I couldn't make the second date, so I just sent the cake. So I said, "Don't worry about it." She said, "Well, we want you to sell them." I said, "No, don't worry about it. Use the funds to help further your program, because I believe in that. It's amazing, and those kids are good. They are really
Okay.
good." So they sold out. And the thing that sold out first was the banana pudding cake. So the next year, my contractor said, how can I help y'all? Do you want me to do like I did last year? She said, send that banana pudding cake, because these drum lines are asking, is the lady with the cake gonna be here this year?
I want to be
So
there. I
now,
love that. I went to Battle of the Bands one time and had a ball.
yeah, it's amazing. They are really good. So now so 4 years later, they ask every year, the bands that come every year, because there's some high schools or whatever, and a couple of their community drum lines, community organizations, they come every year.
Hmm.
She said the first thing they ask is, "You gonna have that cake there this year? You gonna have that cake there?" Yes. So
I know.
tomorrow,
I know
I'm
what you
gonna be
mean.
So tomorrow I'm going to be making. I've already got one started. It's already. I just need to frost it. So I need to make 2 more. That's all. I sent 3, and y'all. I said you can cut it up however you want. Slice it however you need to slice it. So she says thank you. But I just want to put a plug out there for Creative to Play here in
Mm.
Augusta. If you, and I'll mention them tomorrow, honey, so that you can put their information up. But if you want to sow a seed to them, they will be ever so grateful. This couple is so humble. They are in it. Some people do stuff and you wonder why are they doing it. They are truly in it for the kids. Truly in it for the kids. And they just had a baby. I think Janae is 2. She'll be 2 now. The baby
Aw.
drums. The baby has 6. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
And she'd be out there. Of course, they don't let her get in there with the actual, drumline,
Yeah.
whatever. But she be out there trying. She knows all the moves, of course, because she's there at rehearsals and everything. And she knows all the moves. She knows all the things. She thinks she's doing something. It is so cute to watch her. She is funny. She is funny. But Creative to Play. It's here to Augusta. You're gonna look them up. They're on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. They are on TikTok too. Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Creative to Play. It looks like a person that's got a face, got a bandana, and they got 2 sticks that look like this. That's the logo.
Okay.
So anyway, Created to Play. Check them out. Their drumline competition is called HBCU Destination HBCU. So they
Mm.
have a few of the college teams coming too. That's part of
Yeah.
the 15 or 18, however many. I quit counting after 10. So they have a couple of college drum lines coming as well. So it's gonna be really really cool. It's like a battle of the bands. So they have some horns or whatever coming with them.
Yeah.
But this particular Creative Play has been to Atlanta several times. They've opened up for Uh, they did. Was it Ti? Had them come. Somebody. There's a few rappers that have had them come to Atlanta and
Mm-hmm.
perform for them. They've done the mayor. You know, a lot of the parades and stuff around here. They've been to different competitions. You know, out of state. They've done a lot of things and accomplished a lot with these kids. And the thing of it is, there's what do you call it? Scholarships, to the
Mm-hmm.
especially to the HBCU. If you want to, get a band scholarship or whatever, the band directors come to their whatever competitions they're going to be at. They're scouting just, specifically created to place kids if they're ready to,
Mm-hmm.
if they're graduating from high school because they take them from, 5. Basically, you're old enough to be able to stay on beat and hold a pair of sticks and or a drum or some cymbals or something like that. And if you can, they'll take you. And there's no charge to the parents. Everything is
That's
donation based.
that's such a
You know,
blessing.
and everything is donation based. I'm gonna go on a limb and say they don't charge. I'm like 98% sure they do not charge the parents. Now there is a cost of when they travel, so they ask for things of that nature. But they have these kids out there, on the side, holding up the sign, talking about, donate for us to go to wherever they're going next. So they raise
Mm-hmm.
money that way as well. And of course, through their GoFundMe's and crowdfunding things that they do and other fundraising activities that they do, but they don't ask the parents to pay like a fee to be a part of
Mm-hmm.
this group, if that makes sense. So they do a lot of, like I said, when I say it's strictly for the kids, baby, this couple comes out of their, I know they come out of their pocket for a lot of stuff for these kids. And it shows because the kids, give it right back to them.
Mm-hmm.
Coaches, I'm sure, Jamal is the husband's name. I'm sure that he is rough on them in rehearsals, but they give it right back to him. They give it right back to him. They're like, hey, you want us to perform like this? Then, we do it like this. You want us to, give it, leave everything on the field, give it everything we got. They perform for the Falcons. They perform for the Hawks. They perform for different places, different people, different places, they'll ask for them to come. And anyway, their flagship event, Destination HBCU, is this weekend. All the information I know is on Facebook, it's on the page, it's on Instagram, and it's on TikTok if you want to check them out. Creative Play. Anyway, I said all that to say that I'm sending them 3 banana pudding cakes because Jamal's wife says, listen, if we don't have those cakes, these folks might revolt.
They're gonna riot.
So that's my way of helping them to sponsor them a little bit. Just kind of, hey, I can't necessarily give you money all the time, but I can give you this and you can give it out. How you can sell it, I don't care. If you want to sell it, sell it. You want to slice it up and sell it, sell it. If you want to give it away, give half a cake away, quarter cake away, or add it to the little food baskets or whatever that you're giving somebody, knock yourself out. That's how I want to support. And then that way I could also, get the word out about your
No,
organization. I know I said a whole lot to talk about them, but they are such an amazing couple. I think they are absolutely amaze balls. I'll keep them. I'll keep them. And he's a pretty cool drummer too. Don't get it twisted. That brother's bad.
created to play. Okay, I
Yeah,
got that.
creative to play. Oh yeah, Sean got it up. Creative to play.
Yeah,
So we'll have a proper graphic up next week or tomorrow. In fact, I'll see if I can get either Jamal and his wife to come on and talk about what they got going on this weekend.
that would be
But yeah,
awesome.
check them out, check them out, check them out. Let me go put these in the other room. I'll be right back. Don't be right back. Okay. My husband told me when he took the oatmeal cookies out, oatmeal Raisin cookies out, he said, "Yeah, you're gonna miss 2 of these."
No, he
quality,
didn't.
quality control had to make sure that they were of adequate quality to sell. He did ask if they were order first. He did ask.
Yeah, I'm
He,
hungry.
Papa
he
have no
said
picture. No picture.
so. He wanted to make sure. So he wanted to make sure they weren't for an order first, and being that they weren't for an order, he made sure that he got 2 of them. So he got his.
I got a little one.
The Chris is back. Hey, Doug.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. My husband called.
Yes, you have to answer the phone for the hubby. Yes, yes.
Yeah, he's on his lunch break,
So,
so he gave me a call.
oh, okay, okay.
There you go.
So, so yeah, but he had to make sure, of course, that quality was accurate, right?
Mm.
That's what that's our story, and we're sticking to it. Oh my goodness!
I
So,
love.
today is Wednesday, right? Yeah, today is
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday. It's also tax day, so if you have not filed your taxes yet, today is the day to get it in before you have to suffer a penalty. It doesn't matter for me because we're paying again.
Yeah.
So they can, as far as I can say, make a way. I'll go ahead and file, but they're not going to get any money from me, by the way. I can tell you that right now.
Mm.
I may file an extension. I may ask for an extension. We'll see. I'll get to it today, though. But today is today is tax day. You scare me. You scary me. Turtle.
But I like the band. I love that they start teaching them so young. I
Yeah. So if
really
you
do.
like, definitely check out their page. They got a few pages
I will.
about. I don't know
I
anything
will.
else to do today. Everything. I'm waiting on the stuff to get done.
All
So
right.
I am pretty much done because I'm not going to show you what I'm making for Saturday until
I don't know
after.
why. I don't know why not.
No,
I, I can
nope,
try. Look, I
no
can
way.
try. I tried.
I know. You tried. So, just so that you're aware, and we are doing on either the next tasting, the next exclusive tasting will be our winter or fall winter tasting. This is our spring summer tasting on Saturday. So our next one will be our fall winter tasting. That will be in September, either the 12th or the 19th, depending on scheduling purposes, either the 12th or the 19th. So if you need travel arrangements, now is the time to work on that, especially being that gas prices are highest. Yeah, gas prices are high.
They,
Carly
they
Travel.
took.
She's the same. Carly Travel is the same on all social media. She is the exclusive travel agent. They are an exclusive travel agent company for Little Mama Suites. So if you need travel arrangements, go through Carly. I mean, you can do it yourself. I'm just saying.
Mm.
I don't get a kickback from Carly Travel for promoting them at all. If anything, I'm giving away sweets. Where if anything, it's a barter situation. But they are the um, exclusive and official travel agency for Little Mama Sweets and Treats. So if you need travel arrangements for September, now is the time to get her to looking at that for hotel and flights and or rental cars or what have you. We are so looking forward to what's coming up on Saturday, and I can't wait to see all of y'all that are coming. There are no more tickets to be sold, no more seats to be reserved. We are sold out, sold out. I
You
told
did good.
y'all.
Cool.
You did good. You even having repeat visitors.
Yes, you have repeat visits. Listen, I told y'all. I tried to told you. Tried to told you for those who are trying to get tickets today. I
sound
tried
like
to told you
it
that you
sound like
didn't
my
want to listen.
grandma. It sound like
Yep.
my grandma.
For those that maybe that understand, this way. I tried to told you not to wait, but you waited, and now we're sold out. I tried to told you that we only had a certain amount of seats left, and now you waited, and now we're sold out. So now you gotta wait till September. I bet you won't wait on when the tickets go on sale for September. I bet you won't wait then, will you? No, I bet you won't. I bet you won't. So anyway, that's all I have for today. We've got cookies. I did cookies today, so the cookies are ready for next week. I've already done all the cakes and whatnot. We're doing cinnamon rolls. Those are sitting there, doing the whole rising thing on top of the oven. Pro tip: if you want your cinnamon rolls to, you're not trying to adjust recipes and all that kind of stuff like I am. One of the quick ways, of course, they tell you, put a towel over it or put, saran wrap or plastic wrap or something over it. That's one way. Turn your oven on, sit it on top of your oven. Because oftentimes, I don't know these new stoves so much, but oftentimes the top of the stove is warm.
Mm-hmm.
Not it's warm. And it's warm enough to where you can sit your cinnamon rolls that you're waiting to rise again before you bake them on top of it, and it'll help them rise a little faster. They tell you to do it in a warm room. If it's warm, trust me, I got the air on, so that room is no longer warm. Okay,
I
so I
put it
set
in my
mine.
laundry. I put it in my laundry room. I put it on top of
Yeah,
the wash
and
machine,
that's
and I turn
or
my
put it
dryer
on top
on.
of turn if you have a laundry room, you can close the door, turn the dryer on. A warm room means just that, a warm room. And of course, back in the day, it was nothing to have a warm room. Now we have central air. And I
Hmm.
turn mine on. Okay, so because I don't believe in being hot. That's not that's no that's not about it. So put it on top of your stove, or even if you want to open, like say the top of your stove doesn't get warm like that, just crack it open. Turn it on, crack it open, sit it on top of on top of the stove that way, and it'll do the same thing. It'll make it rise just a little bit faster. You don't have to wait like forever, or put it in the sun. Even if you got a window that gets the sun in that particular part of your room gets warm, sit it there.
Oh
Set
shit.
it somewhere where it's going to be warm, and get a little warm in your laundry room, your dryer, top of your stove. Do not use a hair dryer, y'all. It's not that serious, okay? Go wild. But if your kitchen gets warm when you start cooking, like not hot, hot, but warm when you start cooking, turn the air off for a second, let it sit there for about 30 minutes, and then bake it. You'll notice when it doubles in size and it's ready to get put in the oven, and then about 15, 20 minutes later, I'll pop some cinnamon rolls and life is good, right? So that's just, my pro tip. I put mine because I have the old school ovens with knobs.
Me
We
too.
got buttons. We got buttons and Wi-Fi now on our stoves. So the old school ovens with knobs. That's what I have in my kitchen right now. The top of the stove does get warm when the oven is on. So just sit on top of it, let it sit there. It'll do. It's not gonna cook. It'll do. It'll do. But remember to be kind, y'all. Be kind to people. Keep those that
Hold on,
agree
hold
with
on.
you.
Let me mute this lady. Hold on, you talking too much. Damn. Yeah, word in the edgewise. Good Lord have mercy. Does Jess want to say something? Latrice, you got a shout out there, Michelle. Y'all want to say something?
No, this is her normal bye. So we let her go with it because she wants to go.
Yeah, she tried to get offline and won't shut up for 2 seconds so we can say something. It's like, girl, be quiet. Hold on, I got the power. Hold on, I got the
Hey,
mute button. I got
Papa.
the mute
Right
button
now,
right here.
Papa. I think right now you might need to keep a little quiet.
Well, I am in
But I think you
control
getting
right
in trouble.
now.
I think you getting in trouble. But don't say nothing. I didn't say it. Bye.
My guests. Do you all have any closing words?
No, thank you
Nope.
for a fabulous day. As always. Love watching you cook.
Yep, this is your show, not ours.
I'm done. I know better.
Anyway, I love you too, honey. Remember to keep those that are grieving right now, lifted. Get Send them all the good juju, send them all the good stuff. If you have their phone numbers, reach out. Not just the folks that are in the tabernacle, but those that you know in your life, in your outside, in your real life as well. Be kind to folks. It costs you absolutely nothing to be kind to people because you don't know what they're carrying. Ugh. You really don't know what people are carrying, and sometimes folks are smiling on the outside, but totally broken on the inside, trying to hold it together. And oftentimes, just your act of kindness can give them that little bit of oomph to keep it going yet another day. Hug a tree, smoke a tree, drink a tree. I will see y'all tomorrow. Is Thursday. I will definitely see you tomorrow. And we'll bake some more stuff. We'll do some more stuff. We'll find something else to do.
All
But
right.
y'all have a great day. Have a great day. Have a great day. Have a great day. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.
Bye.